Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's write up the solution for clone graph. So the first thing we are going to do is to create a hash map. So the reason we do that is to be able to access the clone nodes using the original node. So in Java we can do something like this, and the type will be both node and node. And we're going to create it outside of the method so we can access it when we have recursive calls, and we don't have to put it in the arguments every single time. And inside the method, clone graph method, first we can check if the node is null. It is possible that the original graph has no node, so we can check that here and we can just return null. And next we can put the node and its clone to the map. So to do that, we can do map.put, and we need to have the key first and the value. So again, the key is going to be the original node, current node, and we're going to create its clone node and add it to the value. So in this case we can do something like new node, which will create a new node. The value inside is going to be the same as the original node, so node.val. And after that we can check the current node's neighbors. So we can iterate through the list of the neighbors. So we can do a for each loop. So we can do node neighbor, we can call it neighbor, and the list, we can access the list by not.node.neighbors. And inside the for loop, we are going to check if the hash map already contains or already has this neighbor, meaning we're going to check if the neighbor's clone already exists. So we can do not map.contains key. So we are going to check the key or original node, because the neighbor object is an original node. So if the map doesn't contain the key neighbor, then we're going to call this function again, clone graph, with the neighbor node. And what this will do is this goes back to the beginning and check if it's not null. And what this will do is it's going to create clone node and put it in the hash map, and it's going to check its neighbors. So this is basically a depth first search. So after this recursive call, when it returns, it's going to have the neighbor's clone, right? So now we know that there's going to be a neighbor's clone. So what we can do is we can update the node's clone, current node's clone, and we can say that the neighbor's clone is node's neighbor, current node's neighbor. So to do that, we are going to say map.get node. This will get the clone node of the current node. And once we get the clone node, we're going to get its neighbors list, and we can just say dot neighbors, and we're going to add to the neighbors. And linked list, there's a function add. We can just add to the list. Inside that, we are going to add the neighbor's clone. Now we know that it exists. So to get the neighbor's clone, again, we can use the hash map. It's going to be in the value of key value pairs. So map.get, and we're going to pass the key, which is going to be neighbor. So neighbor is the key. Map.get will return the value of the key. After that, we can just return the clone node, of the current node. So to get the clone node, we can use the HashMap again, map.get current node is node. So this is basically it. The code looks really simple, but we have a recursive code, so there are many different operations that are done behind the scenes, but the code is actually pretty simple. If you'd like to see the detailed explanation of this problem, click on this next video or click the link in the description.